Popularity's a thing. Everyone likes popularity when they don't
Right,
have
like,
it.
right. Well, yeah. I mean, like the trick is, of course, is like to get just enough popularity to get what you want done.
Right.
Yeah, this thing is fucking massive.
Oh my.
I'm doing like 8,000 points a shot.
Oh my goodness. It's like we're not even podcasting anymore. No, I'm kidding.
Sorry, I had to brag about the numbers. Like, this is kind of like a.
Wow, it's like you're me.
I know. I get distracted easily and brag about shit that's not even on topic. Anyway,
Ooh, shiny.
no, like, but there's I think there's a lot of like trying to get just enough celebrity essentially to accomplish your goals, But it's one of those things that oh, the average Nexus are.
Once you get to a certain point, it becomes a momentum.
Right. It becomes kind of a self-fulfilling thing. And there's like a lot of the good things that happen basically are a lot of the good stuff that happens is kind of like it's like basically kind of like feeding your ego. Who doesn't want a bunch of followers that basically tell you you're the best ever?
Apparently,
Well, I mean, he still wants the people to tell him he's the best ever. They just don't want the flip side of of having to deal with the bullshit otherwise.
I'm sorry, I brought up the name again. My bad.
Yeah, you're a terrible person.
Nah, oh, sorry.
That's right.
Up so well.
You fucking ghoul. Feasting on somebody else's misfortune. I mean, I guess. I mean, that's the thing. Of course, that's another part of celebrity is like when you fail, you can have people that are there to basically profit from it. Everybody's talking about the big to do, the big drama now. Like everybody's because like there's a lot of people that kind of like I think want to see they want to experience that failure, see the mighty brought low.
Right.
See this guy who basically, like had millions of, subscribers, followers, all that stuff, be brought low, because, it's essentially, like human, potentially, just human stuff, started with, him, allegedly cheating on his wife. Which happens, happens a lot, in real life, and not everybody gets called guilty in the court of public opinion.
My warframe is strong.
Right. I'm trying to think. I can't think of any like really big personal scandals in like the gaming industry to.
I mean,
I'm sure there are. I can't think of any off the top of my head.
Right. Oh, again, you kind of have. There's not a whole lot of like mid-range people, basically.
Unless you can handle more.
Oh, okay, thing. Because if you're too small, then nobody cares.
Right.
If you're too big, then you have PR people, and I mean, and I think a lot of times, like the really large people, oh, I thought I can think of a scandal, a recent one even.
Ooh, do tell.
Gearbox Games, the guy who does claptrap voices in Borderlands. They just came out with the Borderlands 3, and he was not doing the voice of it. And there's a big to do. I guess he's a former executive, who basically kind of like chipped in to help do the voice in the original game, and basically kind of then it became a thing. But I guess he didn't do the voice for the last one, and there was like And so there's kind of this big to do about it, where people are kind of like, kind of slamming him a bit about it.
Oh.
Randy Pitchford, who's like the head executive of Gearbox, was I think that's who it is, but basically was kind of like talking trash about the guy, and the guy basically was like, well, since he's kind of dragging my name through the mud, I wasn't gonna say anything, but he assaulted me in the lobby of the hotel during a game developers conference, the GDC.
Oh.
Right. Like, basically, like physically, I assume like punched him or something like that.
Oh my.
Right. And so yeah, but again, like this created a very minor kind of like I just kind of happened upon it.
Right.
But it's not like this is like a major news. This is nowhere near as big as some streamer who happened to be sleeping around his wife, and then all this other stuff kind of came out.
Yeah, like the only like big gaming like scandal between individuals that I can think of off the top of my head. Mind you, I don't look for this kind of news, but the only one I can think of has to do with Grand Theft Auto 5. I think it was. Don't quote me. I don't have the article in front of me. I could look it up, but I'm not going to.
Right.
Just because I'm lazy. I think it was the creator of Grand Theft Auto left Rockstar in the middle of development of Grand Theft Auto 5, and or something like that, and his name got stripped off of the credits.
Right. That's actually a very common thing.
It's very common, but he was like the granddaddy of the franchise.
Right.
And there was a big fuss about that.
Right.
In the news, and I think like one of now correct me if I'm wrong, if I heard this wrong, but I heard something about like the last name on the credits like is like the is saved for the person that like contributed the most or something like that.
Nah.
I thought I heard something about that being a thing.
I mean, that could, in theory, be like a thing at Rockstar.
Right.
But that's not a general thing.
Okay. I thought I heard something about that. I might be wrong.
Right. No, like I said, I mean, it might be like it could possibly be kind of an internal thing in a but like but generally like it goes in order of seniority. So like you have executives and managers at the top, and then leads, and then
Everyone else.
Yeah, kind of mid people, and then low people. Yeah.
And then the special thanks.
Right. Special thanks was like which like sometimes like that's where if you leave a project before it ships, that sometimes that's where you'll get your name posted.
Sometimes.
Right.
If at
but
all.
No, right. Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, that's kind of like one of those like, essentially one of those things that kind of keeps people compliant in game companies. Is like when the boss is making you crunch 80 hours a week, and you've already invested 2 years of your life into this game, and the boss says we're going to be crunching 8 hours a week for the next 6 months. Well, guess what? You're the penalty for going, nah, I think I'm fine. I value my sanity and the home life and everything like that more. Is that, well, then you're not going to get credit on this game.
Bitter much?
I mean, this is
I know it's just,
crunch is a terrible thing. We've talked about this before.
You're just coming from a deep place. It's apparent.
Right. Well, I mean, like crunch is a terrible thing.
I
And,
know.
We talked about this before. Like, there's a lot of shit in the industry
yeah,
geared toward perpetuating this type of thing.
No, I didn't mean to mock. I was supposed to be crazy.
Fine, just laugh at my scars.
Okay.
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah, I didn't even have to say anything. We're just at that point in the mouth. Oh, I scared away another person. Oh no. We're down to 2. Okay, pull out the sticks. You gotta fight to the death now.
Okay.
Well, we get to watch.
Oh, I don't know about that. I'm not into exhibitionism.
Reinforcements available. Do you choose to leave now or continue fighting?
Anyways.
Right. And so yeah, and so like so again, like like this like Gearbox is is a huge company, well known. The executive has PR people and whatnot to kind of handle this type of thing. So it it basically happens. It happens, but like it tends to get kind of covered up. Kind of like what we talked about, like with Hollywood celebrities.